is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's Monday, August 31st. You should take the day off. Now, you did something that's dangerous there.
Yes.
You stood on a swivel chair.
I did.
Bold.
Well,
The fast raise the roof.
Well-
I forgot to think of a dance.
Well, I'll just say this. You might say it is dangerous. I would say there's no life that isn't
Potato.
dangerous.
Welcome to Take the Day Off, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you. It's great to be seen by you if you're watching us on the YouTube. If you're just listening to us on the old Apple Podcast, wherever you're listening to us, hello to you as well
If
in your
you've
ears.
Got a case of the Mondays. You know what you should do? You
What?
should listen to us tell you why you shouldn't go to work. Make that case of the Mondays turn into a case of the fun days. You see what I did there?
You still have
Yeah,
it.
I
People have
still-
said,
I'm
people have
losing it.
said you're losing it,
No,
and
that's
I
fair,
said,
that's
"Whoa,
fair.
wait.
That's fair.
Wait till Trail Mix Day. He's really gonna show. He's really gonna show up. Show his cards. Hey, everybody! Really quickly, if you don't mind going over to BrambleJamPlus.com, sign up. If you've already signed up, thank you so much for doing that. You're the real MVP. But if you haven't, you're the real LVP, loser valuable player.
No, you don't have it. People are
MLP.
saying that you have it, and they're wrong.
MLP, most loser player, is who you are. So go ahead and go to BrambleJamPlus.com, sign up today. And while you're on the internet's machines, might as well leave a review on the Apple Podcast.
And elsewhere, yeah, for sure.
That'd be really great for us and for you.
Oh, yeah, it's a both and.
Yeah. I
No
pointed
doubt
to the
about it.
camera, but it's not on that shot.
And for you. Oh, what? I'm on camera 3? Okay, my bad. Camera 3. Oh, camera 1. 2. 3. There it is.
Hey, guys, happy National Trail Mix Day.
Oh, that's the day it is.
National Trail Mix Day is the day. And a big question that we asked you guys on Friday, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit, is what type of trail mix eater are you? Are you a throw it all in there at once, or ew, ew, ew?
Can I have those sound effects again?
All at once, or do, do,
That
do.
second time was way different. You know, when are people going to find out that really all of Bramble Jam podcast is 5 bits?
They go to the home improvement well a lot.
There's
Tiger 7, Yankees
Here.
goiter. Good Lord.
That's never not funny.
It's never not
I'm
funny.
sorry. It isn't.
It's a good program.
Yeah.
It's a good program.
Yeah.
I tried to start a home improvement rewatch pod, and you weren't having any bit of it.
No one is going to listen. And whenever I say this, people email or they get on the Facebook group and they go,
Dan-
I'd listen to a home improvement rewatch. That doesn't count. No one.
What do you mean that doesn't count? That's exactly.
No,
You're
no
saying that
one-
our most
no.
our most prized listeners.
What I'm saying is no one aside from the uninitiated is going to listen to a home improvement rewatch podcast. A psych rewatch podcast people would listen to. It just is a lot of time.
You mean to tell me that you think that Psych is more popular
Right now,
than Home
psych is more
Improvement?
popular than home improvement. More people on the interweb.
Hey guys, it's National Trail Mix Day.
Yeah.
Last night, I was having a good old snack in bed. I was watching some basketball. I was eating some snackies, and
You're a
one of
snack
my
in bed guy.
Yes, I'm a big snack in bed guy. One of my go-to snacks is Trail Mix, and I grabbed a handful. You know how they have the M&Ms in them?
Yeah.
So these M&Ms, I started to realize they had different letters than just M's.
What?
And I was like, well, this is interesting. And so I took them all out. I dumped the whole bag on the bed, and my wife was like, why? I said, just bear with me. 3 hours later, I cracked the code. And it said, Dan knows the history of National Trail Mix Day.
Wow.
I got a trail mix bag with a lot of M&Ms and a fun fact. And so I'm going to turn it over to you because Trail Mix knows best.
Trail Mix does know best, and we also know the history of hip hop very well around here.
Sure.
We know all about the ins and outs of how they got started.
We almost were a part of that VH1 show, History of Hip Hop.
That's right. Yeah. Tribe Called Quest, the Sugar Hill Gang, all of them. But in the late 70s, they started to disc jockeys became famous for their mixes. Right? And the most famous mixer of the time, at least in the Philly scene,
Turntable Tommy.
Turntable Trailer. Yeah, Turntable Trailer.
That's my fault.
Was his name. Turntable Trailer was his name. And he was almost like the Weird Al of mixing. Like, he would put his own special spin on any track he was given, and you really had not arrived till you had a Turntable Trailer
Some
mix.
special sauce.
Yeah. And what people don't understand is that Turntable Trailer, they would call him T-Rail. That's what they call him, T-Rail. And they would wait for the new T-Rail mix to come out every single week. Say, hey, have you heard the new T-Rail mix? And then the people that were less hip and not quite as with it stopped seeing the hyphen, and they would say, have you heard the new Trail mix? Have you heard the new Trail mix?
Interesting.
And what happened was Turntable Trailer got so mad that people kept calling him Trail Mix. But the other thing about him is that he loved to eat pretzels, Chex cereal, and M&Ms together. And as his mixes started to fade in popularity, the snack that he would eat gained in popularity. And he actually licensed the official trail mix of the United States and became so popular as a trail mix spokesperson that it became National Trail Mix Day.
You know what? I have no history on this specific day.
That's because I just told you that.
And so I am going to,
Turntable Trailer.
for once, I'm going to say I think that is likely.
Yeah.
Now, I will say...
Philadelphia DJs, man.
I will say that for a long time, Boy Scouts have been kind of credited with the trail mix because, trails. That's where they came up with it.
Yeah.
So they would all bring their stuff, they would throw it into one baggie, and they would call it trail mix. That's fine if that's what you've heard. But from what I gather, these scouts would go on these big hiking trips. They would all be told, hey, bring your favorite box of cereal, bring some nuts, some pretzels, raisins, dried fruit, whatever. And they would all bring, and then they would make a collective bag.
What constitutes a trail mix to you? Like, what has to be included for it to be considered a trail mix?
That's a great question. Here's what comes to my mind, okay? The Chex cereal.
Chex cereal.
Pretzels.
Yeah.
M&Ms.
M&Ms.
Some kind of nuts.
What about those brown things? The circular brown things that look like flattened. I don't know what they are. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, no.
Wow. They're in Chex Mix.
You look those up?
I can,
look
for
those
sure.
Up? And so that is from what I gathered, the history of the trail mix is that these scouts made these mixes on the trails, but, that's regardless. That's neither here nor there. And I think the point of today and how you can celebrate this day is go for a hike.
Either rye chips or bagel chips.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't need those.
The big thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't need those.
Yeah.
Take the day off. Go for a hike. Go find a nice shady hiking place and bring your trail mix.
A nice shady hiking place and bring your trail mix. Make your own trail mix or buy a pre-made bag. Either way, take the day off, eat you some trail mix.
And I think what are some fun, this morning we were talking on the way over here and we came up with 10 things you could put in your trail mix to spice it up little bit. And we're going to share those with you now with number 10.
Cucumber.
That's it? You don't
Cucumber. You put it in there. It's crunchy, but it's veggie.
9, lemon zest. Lemon zest. Add a little zest in your pep.
Orange liqueur. Now, hear me out. Will the bag get a little bit syrupy? It will. But will you feel better?
3-year-old ramen noodle. It adds some crunch to the bunch.
Pine cones. Not whole, but just pieces.
Really long bagel bites. So go into
long bagel
into your freezer, find the box of bagel bites, throw them all on the counter, pick the longest one that was obviously missed the cutting part or something like that. Throw that in there.
Rolo candy, chocolate, caramel, all the crunchies will stick to it. You and your teeth will thank me.
Fruit roll-ups. you're going and you're like, what? Fruit roll up, dope.
Baking soda. You want that trail mix to stay fresh.
And last but not least, you ready?
Yeah.
I don't think a random bag of Skittles.
So not any bag, just a random bag.
Random bag.
I got you. Man, feel really good about this.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to that. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back where we're going to discuss whether or not you are pop a bunch of trail mix in your mouth at once or eat them individual. We're going to talk about that in just a second here on Take the Day Off. Okay. I guess we're back.
About it. I thought about it during the break. This is our best episode ever.
You think so?
This is the one. This is the peak of what we do. This is the best episode of Take the Day Off we've ever done. No questions asked.
No, I'm with you on that one. Hey, yesterday we asked you guys the question of the day. Actually, I'm sorry, Friday we asked you this question that was going to be for today. It is, what type of trail mix eater are you? Are you pop a bunch in your mouth at once, or pick around and eat what you like from that bunch? Dan, what are you?
So
What are you?
I have evolved over my adult life, 20 years as an adult almost. And I used to be very picky about my trail mix. I still don't want any fruit or raisins or anything of the sort in my trail mix. I actually would prefer there not be any chocolate or sweets in my trail mix, but I'll take it.
No chocolate.
No, I just want the crunchies of different kinds, right? Like something with cheese, something with salt, something with a robust pepper flavor, different types of crunchies. I like the bagel chips and the rye chips just fine. I used to be a pick around for the good stuff, and now I find it is better eating it by the handful. I think all the flavors work together. It's better to eat it by the handful.
It's hard for me when there's chocolate
To not pick the chocolate.
to not just go for the chocolate.
Yeah.
So I do tend to eat the chocolate first, and then I move to the pretzels, and then I'll probably stop there. That's probably what I'll do.
Would you ever just take a handful, chuck it in your mouth? Ever? Under any circumstance?
Yeah,
You would?
I would.
Okay. All right.
It has to be very
I could see you're getting anxious about it.
yeah.
Just thinking about
I
it.
am. So I can do. So I'm not a big nut boy.
Yeah.
I can do an almond.
Yeah.
So if there's almonds in there,
You don't like peanuts?
I'm not a huge peanut guy. No.
Man. Unbelievable.
I know, but I like peanut M&Ms. So
That's weird.
I am what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
what I
don't
am.
make any sense.
We did ask you guys though. We got a bunch of good answers. This one was my personal favorite. Is I lost it, and so you go ahead and read one.
Yeah. My personal favorite is the opposite of how I've always thought of it. Mally says, I eat the things individually. I eat what I don't like first and then eat what I like last. That is bold. And I know that there's this theory out there that I save the best for last, but when it comes to food, there's also this economic property of marginal utility. Now, I know we don't have time to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Marginal utility basically means that your third cheeseburger at a sitting is not nearly as good as the first cheeseburger at your sitting. And so by eating the bad stuff first, you're filling up on the bad stuff, Mally, and I'm worried you're not getting the most out of the trail mix. It's bothering me.
Yeah, Michelle said this, and I like this because she's a girl who knows what she wants. She says no trail mix for me.
None.
Here's what I do: I take one baggie of pretzels, one baggie of blueberries, one baggie of almond, and a single frozen Go-Gurt for a treat. That is my trail fuel.
I don't want blueberries anywhere near my trail mix.
How about that though? But it's not trail mix.
That's right.
You eat
Sure.
them all individually, and so if she was going to trail mix, I imagine she would be
As I'm getting older, I'm starting to agree more and more with Elizabeth, who says people who pick through the trail mix are monsters. You take the good and the bad. I agree with that statement. You eat it all at once. You get plenty of crunchies, plenty of sweet. You don't pick around and leave the rest for somebody else. It's
Now,
just
Melinda does
inconsiderate.
something that I just didn't expect anyone to do. Melinda says that she eats the raisins first.
What?
Amazing.
Melinda-
Then the peanuts, then the other nuts, and save the M&Ms for last because they're the best part. And so she is a save the best for last type of person.
Fiona says, can I be both? Can I be both? And the answer is no, Fiona. You cannot be both. You have to be one or the other. You either do it one way or the other way. Come on.
Julie and a couple of other people said that they eat them individually and they save the raisins and they throw the raisins
You know
out.
what they called trail mix when I growing up? What my parents called trail mix?
What's that?
Gorp. Have you ever heard that term?
Gorp?
Gorp.
Gorp. I've never
I'm gonna
heard
look it
that.
up to see if it was just
Jennifer says that she eats it individually because she's not a monster.
Oh, Gorp's a real word.
Gorp?
Yeah, a mixture of dried fruit and nuts eaten as a snack food by hikers and campers.
Wow.
It's a synonym for trail mix.
Interesting. Stacy says that she buys a very specific trail mix at the Trader Joe's. It's just almonds, cashews, and chunks of chocolate. So double the nuts, no raisins,
this.
no pretzels, double nuts,
Trader Joe's.
chunks of chocolate, which I can get behind.
Yeah.
So none of the things that I like that, Stacy.
A little bit more on Gorp, just for my sake. Gorp stands for G-O-R-P. Good old raisins and peanuts. That's what it stands for.
Good old raisins.
That's how Southern I am. Is I called it Gorp growing up and didn't know that that was the thing that people around the world didn't say.
Now-
oh, you got some Gorp?
Got some
All right,
Gorp?
let's do it.
Now, Amy did bring something really important to this conversation. I think is right. She says pick around because the germs don't stick to trail mix.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
She did say,
shells.
she said, I don't like pretzels and trail mix or crunchy orange things. What are the crunchy orange things?
Crunchy orange thing? Is that the cheddar thing? The cheese? Like
Oh,
there's some
maybe.
crunchy cheese?
I also don't like regular M&Ms, so I
What?
don't eat those with trail mix. But I do like cranberries and nuts. Oh, Amy, you started off so strong, and now
Then
it's
what happened?
Now you're just a disappointment.
Aaron says trail mix, pop a whole bunch in your mouth. Chex mix, pick around what I don't like and eat it individually. That's the way God intended it. If I had to, Aaron would say the opposite. Like trail mix, if it's got raisins in it, I'm not eating raisins under any circumstances. So I therefore would, but Chex Mix is what I think of when I think of trail mix, and I just eat it all at once. So
I'm
gonna
amazed
switch.
at the amount of things that I didn't know people put in their trail mix, such
Yeah.
as what Jamie says. Jamie puts sesame sticks.
I've seen those in trail mix.
Sesame sticks.
Yeah, that's wild.
And she mentions the corn nuts, so that's a thing. So lots of, I don't think there's a wrong answer. Everybody has their specific way that they eat the trail mix. And you know what? It doesn't matter how you eat your trail mix today. It only matters that you do it. So go get
Eat
your
you
trail
some
mix,
trail
whether
mix.
it's the kind from Trader Joe's or one that you're making by yourself at home. Take that trail mix, go outside, spend some time in the fresh
on, guys.
air. Maybe where you are, maybe it's a little bit cooler. We're heading into September. Maybe.
That would be nice.
Maybe. I don't know.
If it's brisk
Wishful
outside,
thinking.
you should not be at work. You should be
Forget about
outside
it.
enjoying that brisk fall air, eating you some trail mix.
That is exactly right. Now, tomorrow, the big question of the day is this. I'm very excited about this one. If you created the game of chess, what would you say at the end instead of checkmate?
Ooh.
If you created the game of chess, how would you win the
Keep
game?
it PG though, right?
Yes, of course. And now, we got good questions, man. We got good questions. That's what the people come here for.
Yeah, BrambleJamPlus.com. You can answer the question.
That's exactly right. And we're going to end as we do every day with a Palaha Ku, our good friend Chris Palaha. You can follow him on Instagram at Palaha and Twitter at Chris Palaha. He ends each and every episode. He wakes up at 5. He reads
Man,
a
God
Palaha. And today is no different. And so we're going to hand it off to our good friend Chris. Until tomorrow,
Take the day off.
take the day off.
That kind of Monday, when one thing shuts down and then something else shows up. Happy Monday.
How's it, my friend? Andy! Enjoy that Bramble Jam Plus, baby! You're gonna get all sorts of good stuff. Ad free? Are you kidding? There's no ads?
No ads.
Who are you?
You.
Me?
You.
I'm you.
Me?
Who are we?
What?
We're the Duplex Twins.